Welcome to Another Day in the Car with Julez. Today I'm updating you on the search for Orrin and Orson West. A warrant was served on the California City house where the boys were reported missing from, and Chief Jon Walker stated that they were gathering statistical data from the perimeter of the home. They were using drone imaging, and they were getting more information about the back gate. They also were inside the home, but he's not disclosing what they were doing in there. But the timing of this search warrant made me think about his latest interview with ABC 23 from Bakersfield, and also a story unfolding in Bakersfield this morning where there was a bust at a South Union Hotel near Highway 58. It's the Desert Star Hotel, and it's the culmination of a 2-year investigation into human trafficking. And the FBI was involved, as well as the Investigative Division of Homeland Security. And the fact that trafficking was mentioned niggled at my brain because it was also brought up in Bayan Wang's interview with Chief Walker for 23 ABC. And a few things that came up from that interview with Chief Walker on the anniversary, the 1-month anniversary of Orrin and Orson going missing, or being reported missing. The kids were gone 15 to 20 minutes before Trezell and Jackie called the police, according to them. And Chief Walker says that the call was dispatched at 17:43, which would be 5:43 on the 21st of December, and that police arrived around 5:50-ish. And he said that the call must have gone in just minutes before dispatch, so they had to have called around 5:40. And he said that on Tuesday, which was the day after the boys went missing, was the first time they served a search warrant on the West home, and that the probable cause for that was the protection of small children. And what was taken was mostly electronics, phones and iPads and stuff like that, and that the phones have since been returned to the parents. When the vehicle was taken, they did use luminol, and luminol is generally used to find blood, but other body fluids as well. But anyway, there was no sign of any of that in the van. Scent dogs were used in the house, and the dogs never picked up scent outside of the house, so the kids most likely did not wander outside of the house. He said it's still a possibility, but it's not likely. And cadaver dogs were used in the home, and they detected nothing. Police at that time had been in the house 4 times, today being the 5th. Nothing related to the kids was found in the yard, and that originally Chief Walker was quoted as saying, and was seen on TV saying, that the neighbors had not ever seen any kids, but now he says that they've seen the kids at the home, but they can't positively ID which ones they saw and which days or anything like that. And the last positive ID of Orson and Orrin, one is the grandmother, but the time is not being disclosed. And people other than the family did also see them, but the dates and times and the identities of those witnesses are being withheld at this time. There still are no named suspects. There is a person or persons of interest, but he's not going to ID them, and he is also not going to say whether it is a person or persons. The parents have been questioned, but not interrogated, and they have gone in 3 times voluntarily for questioning, and they were asked to take a polygraph, which is not admissible in court in California anyway. And the chief will not comment any further on that, just the fact that they had been asked on the day after the boys reported missing. And he confirmed that the Wests had 2 biological children, 2 foster children, and 2 adopted children, which are Orson and Orrin, and that the kids range in age from 10 down to age 3 or Orson being the 3-year-old, and that the 4 oldest were with one of the grandmas for a holiday visit, and those 4 children have been in foster care since Orrin and Orson went missing. Child Protective Services is in charge of when the kids may be released to their family. The police chief is aware of the security footage from the neighboring homes, and he's not going to state how many kids on which days are in any of the security footage. And he states that he does get 20 to 30 tips per day, and they do follow up on those. He's avoiding tunnel vision. He's staying open-minded. And he does not believe that the kids are no longer with us. Foul play does not mean specifically that they're not alive. Foul play could be any number of things, like how far could they have gotten on their own. He's wondering how they were removed, and he would not make a comment on whether they were kidnapped. And then he was explaining that kidnapping is being taken against your will to someplace you don't want to go, etc., trying to go into the technicalities of that. And when asked if they were trafficked, he said that that is a possibility. And he says that there is still no physical evidence of foul play as of last night. And then he was saying that physical evidence could be blood or bloody clothing or even camera footage. And he would not make any comment on how much circumstantial evidence they have in their possession. He also stated that there are, at all times, 3 California city officers dedicated to the Orson and Orrin West missing person case, and there are lots of others from the other agencies, which include the FBI, Bakersfield Police Department, California City Police Department, and the Kern County District Attorney's Office also has investigators working on the case. Trezell and Jacqueline West have not been asked not to leave California. They've only been asked to stay in touch and stay reachable, which they have been doing. And that's all I've got for now. Thank you for watching Another Day in the Car with Jules. See you in the next video.
Did you guys ask the parents to take a lie detector test?
I'm not going to disclose that.
Not asking if they denied it, just asking if it was...
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Yes, you guys asked the parents?
Yes, we did.
But Walker was unable to confirm whether the adoptive parents, Trezell and Jacqueline West, took or denied the polygraph. Walker confirmed that the parents are currently staying in Bakersfield, while their other children remain in protective custody. Meanwhile...